It's safe to say that if you're a parent whose child struggles with constipation, you've heard about Miralax. This over-the-counter laxative is commonly used for kids who struggle with constipation. And we understand that no parent wants to turn to medication, especially if they don't have to. So parents, we don't want you to feel like Miralax is your only option, especially with the many documented side effects that come from it. So let's not only talk about Miralax and what struggles can come with it, but let's also dive deeper into the natural solutions to get your baby, your toddler, your child out of the constipation struggle and have regular digestion. So this video is going to be for moms who feel like Miralax is their only option, especially if and when they have noticed the negative impact that Miralax has emotionally and behaviorally. Plus, the digestion continues to be a struggle. Parents, we're going to dive deeper into the body's normal physiological processes of digestion and how Miralax gets in the way, and how pediatric chiropractic is a natural solution for constipation. Please share this with any other moms or parents that you know need to hear this message. So the question that so many parents have is, why is Miralax recommended so often? The main ingredient in Miralax is polyethylene glycol 3350, and it's designed to help the digestive tract hold more water, which also pulls more water into the stool. And this helps the stool pass easier as it's softer. So Miralax most often comes in a powder to mix with water or juice, and while dosage recommendations are specific for adults, it's recommended that you reach out to your provider for use with kids under the age of 17. So for more information on its origin and the ingredients, I highly recommend that you do your own research, and you'll be surprised with what it is that you find. So when we're talking about Miralax, the FDA did a study and found that 166 kids taking Miralax had severe emotional psychiatric side effects, and this was back in a 2014 study that was reported on by CBS News. Now, the debate has continued as the FDA has failed to approve its use for kids under the age of 17. And its current use is considered off-label. And while many pediatricians recommend it for constipation, many other sites and experts have documented the common side effects that actually increase bloating and cramps and gas and diarrhea and even additional stomach pain and stomach pressure. Additionally, when we're talking about Miralax, that main ingredient being polyethylene glycol 3350, it has a mechanism of retaining water that works against the body's natural processes of nutrient and fluid absorption, while altering this process may provide temporary relief. Long-term working against absorption affects not only the biochemistry of our bodies, but also the brain's communication with our digestive system through our vagus nerve. And additionally, one of the biggest things that we found and seen is that many parent groups have formed over the last 10 plus years that are very critical of Miralax, citing experiences of their own child struggles with the medication. These documented studies and the results from it have yet to show a definitive answer. These symptoms of Miralax include severe behavioral side effects like anxiety, mood swings, or anger and paranoia, and massive personality changes. While there is still debate on the association of each side effect academically, the vast amount of parents, caregivers, and clinicians coming forward with these experiences cannot be ignored. And as a parent, we have every right to be angry and frustrated when we hear or see real-life examples of these side effects. And when we turn to a medication, we want to trust that it's not only effective, but it's extremely safe. And understandably so, many parents get quite angry when they learn about these behavioral and the emotional side effects of Miralax for the first time. But what we hope to do with this is that you find a path and an option that gets to the root cause of your child's constipation, and then take action to care for it naturally without drugs. So the number one question that parents have to me is like, what is the natural solution or like a medication-free option for constipation? So after years of clinical practice, the big thing that we see and continue to see and find within our kids struggling with constipation is that it comes from three main categories. There can be a nutritional and food intolerance piece of it. There's also the neurological interference or irritation side of it. And then the other category is both nutritional and neurological. So here's the wildest part of all of this. While nearly 100% of the patients that we begin care with have already tried a multitude of diet changes and detoxes and supplements, almost none of them have been told about how important the nervous system, its communication, and its regulation is when it comes to gut and digestive health. The science behind it all is especially concerning constipation and digestive issues. It's super simple. An overstressed and overstimulated brain and nervous system gets stuck on a perpetual sustained fight or flight mode, known as the sympathetic side of our nervous system. And when a child gets stuck in this state, it's known as subluxation, or stress stuck onto our nervous system. So with this, there's limited motility and the wrong signals creates constipation. So this lack of digestive motility caused by a sustained sympathetic stress also limits our body's ability to assimilate and excrete toxins and unwanted molecules. This is where the reactions to things like gluten and dairy and so forth come in, as well as the increased behavior issues and emotional dysregulation. So these foods are already more difficult to digest by nature, but if you have stress stuck on your nervous system, if the body is subluxated and filled with interference and distress, it struggles to digest and eliminate even the most basic foods and healthy foods alike. And this is where the ultimate frustration comes in for parents. You've thrown the book at this problem for your child with fantastic nutrition and amazing supplementation, yet the problem persists. Parents, if you've tried it all or you're just getting started for helping your child's chronic constipation, save Miralax and the other drugs as an absolute last resort. The side effects of Miralax are many and can be long lasting as well. And since we find that most cases have neurological stress and subluxation as primary contributors, we recommend reaching out to us to be able to learn about your exact struggles and get a neurological assessment with the Insight scans to be able to gently measure the root cause or address that root cause of stress on our nervous system that's creating or causing your child's challenges and their constipation. We simply believe that every child deserves a drug-free option as a first choice, and saving all of the side effects of things like Miralax as a last resort only. And if you're concerned that this may be the case with your child, schedule a consult and exam with our team right away. Our office is always willing and able and ready to meet you with this conversation.